Negotiators are standing by. The SAS are on standby, but let's hope today in the Express they've got the SAS on standby. Now they used to be like the top secret sort of British Army little crack unit, didn't they? They were top secret. We saw them once in the Iranian SAS. Yeah. SAS. We never knew anything about their activity until that Iranian siege, the embassy siege, and then we found out about them. Then they all started writing books about all their activities. Yeah. But now the Express has gone mad. OK, the hijackers are on the plane. Presumably they're reading the British morning papers, and in the Express they revealed all the elite squadron's plans. They say, 1, the SAS storm planes at speed. They've got a map and layout of the plane, of how the SAS will storm the plane. This must be great if you're a hijacker, really. It says, 1, the SAS storms planes at speed, attempting to confuse and disorientate the hijackers. 2, they expect to take 3 to 5 seconds to get inside the plane. Check. 3, 2 teams of 4 will lead the assault, 1 batching an entry point and the other attacking windows and doors and targeting the terrorists. Right. 4, some of the men will carry laser-sight assault rifles loaded with less powerful ammunition, which is designed to stop a hijacker, but not ricochet onto an innocent passenger. Well, isn't that courteous of the Express, too? Just to keep the hijackers' speed with exactly the SAS's modus operandi. Sure, they'll give him a big thank you for that. Let's move on to the Sun. This is £500,000 bill for rape lie woman. A woman is ordered to pay £550,000 after she falsely accused a man of rape. The only thing I would say there is I'm sure women don't get that if the decision goes the other way. I mean, they don't get £550,000. They don't get that as compensation, you know, if the guy's found guilty. But anyway, there's also more sensational pictures.
Yeah, but he goes to jail. Does she go to jail?
Very good point, no. Yeah. OK, more sensational pictures of Catherine Zeta-Jones. They're on pages 1, 4, 9, 10, 11, 17, 23, 25, and there is a centre-spread scan shot, like you wouldn't believe.
Cut out to keep,
it's
glossy,
a cut out and keep.
4-page special.
There isn't, actually, but there is a picture of her playing golf with Michael Douglas. I've got to tell you, it's actually riveting. I'm going to get in there now, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't call the Germans... well, I wouldn't, actually, on national television. I wouldn't call them sticklers for rules, but mourners had to cancel a burial in Germany. Then officials refused to let a hearse cross the border from Holland because the body had no passport. Bless him, bless him. Where are your papers? The cannabis debate continues in this gentle nation. Sir, your leading... How do you stand on the... I won't ask you. Your leading article on... Where do you stand on the cannabis debate? Your leading article on... Sir, your leading article on cannabis fails to make one crucial point. Legalisation would undoubtedly lead to more deaths from sheer boredom, as more and more people are exposed to the witless ramblings of dope heads. I don't know what's more lethal. The painstakingly slow and solemn ritual of skinning up. The earnest debate over the quality of weed. As prolonged and sententious as anything chaired by Jon Snow, or the inexplicable chortling of dope smokers as they discover yet another layer of esoteric meaning in the magic roundabout. Very good. A nation of tired, hungry morons. This is my hero of the week. This is Steven Spielberg's nephew. That's what it says. When Steven Spielberg's nephew enrolled at a private high school in Virginia, pupils and teachers, they were thrilled. Jonathan Taylor Spielberg was the talk of Paul VI Catholic High School, a 1,300 pupil prep school in Fairfax City, close to Washington, D.C. He took to parking his blue BMW convertible, vanity plate Spielberg, in the principal's... He parked it in the headmaster's parking space.
Like him.
He had it there. Good guy. No, you haven't heard... Believe me, this guy is about to become your hero. That's all I'm saying. However good you think this guy is, he's better. OK? He put it in the headmaster's parking space, littered his conversation with Hollywood names, and handed out $10 notes. He looked a little old for a 16-year-old, but that only added to his glamour. Now, to the dismay of parents and students, the truth about Jonathan Spielberg, I'm afraid, is slowly unravelling. He was born Anshulvan de Farrakhan. He changed his name around 2 years ago. He's probably in his late 20s. He's from Iran, in fact. The student Spielberg himself has admitted to police that he's not 16. He said he enrolled at Paul VI just for the fun, to get the experience I never had. Official records show he was, in fact, born in Tehran. He is just a con man.
How old does it say how old he was?
No, just late 20s. But imagine just this Arab guy just kind of name-dropping. Have you seen Hiti? And also, religious assembly. must have been quite confusing for an Iranian with a Jewish name at a Catholic school.
Oh, you're messing with
He just
my
wouldn't have
mind,
known what
no.
to do. But there he is, 26 at a high school. How does that feel, Jason?
26 and be in high school?
Yeah.
And not be getting paid for it?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly
Must
sure.
be a nightmare, OK. Are you a fan of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yes.
The show in the States. Is it showing any signs of getting... You've had a $1 million or whatever winner there, haven't you?
Yeah, I think they've had $2 million winners over there now. Yeah.
Is it showing any...
Obviously, the questions are easier. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Of course.
There's never a Tolstoy question in the American game. It's,
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Junior.
Right, exactly.
God, we appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's, showing that deference to the superior intelligence of the British Isles.
I'm just giving props, man.
Thanks so much. Keep the feeds coming. I'm loving it. OK. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sponsors are not renewing their multi-million-pound sponsorship contract for the hit show, I'm afraid. Jacobs.
The cream crackers.
The cream crackers. The news is causing TV industry observers to ask if the shine has finally gone off the programme. Until now, the most successful in the history of British television. Is anyone here finding Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's getting a bit stale? No, but no, honestly, is anyone finding that?
No. I was...
Wait a second, Chamberlain, go on.
I was all right with it until you remember the guy...
Wait a second, private conversation. It's Aaron Priestley. Sorry, Helen.
I was all right with it until they printed in the paper the day the guy won £500,000. Because the whole thing about the show is
Exactly.
the suspense, isn't it?
Yes.
And they printed in the papers the day before, this man's won £500,000 on tonight's show.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
And that,
it.
exactly like that
Ruined
just
it.
ruins everything.
did.
Because now you know if someone's going to win $1 million, they'll tell us
Put
in
it
the
in
morning. And you only kind of watch on the off chance someone's going to
Of course you
scoop
do,
the big
of course
prize.
you do.
That was a big blunder there by whoever's responsible for that show. Very big blunder indeed. What was it?
Big blunder.
It was a massive ricket. Anyway, I'm going to move on, because there's lots in the paper this morning. 9 out of 10 women use power tools to shame DIY slob fellas. They turn into changing rooms Carol Smiley because hubbies are too lazy, reveals a survey in Your Home Mag. And that is exactly the sort of classic error people make about TV
Carol
presenters.
Smiley?
Because Carol Smiley never lifts a power tool. She doesn't. If women were going to turn into Carol Smiley, they'd just stick their head round the door going, how's everything going?
Shut up.
You know, occasionally she holds down a bit of MDF for handy Andy.
Yeah. Or gets behind the sewing machine.
Yes, or
30
she
seconds.
flirts with Lawrence a little bit.
Yeah. I've seen her with an iron as well. That's not a power tool.
You've seen her with an iron?
I've seen her with an iron.
OK. Don't even go. Don't even go. That's a show. Thank you very much. But I think, you know, in DIY parlance, Carol Smiley does exactly what it says on her birth certificate. She smiles. This is the new boss of the Millennium Dome will bring us... This is adding insult to injury. Yesterday, they questioned the appointment of a Frenchman to administer £756 million investment we've had in the Dome, yeah? This has got worse this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, a couple of viewers have even suggested adding an erogenous zone to the Dome. What is it? What is it, Helen?
The men will never find it.
The new boss of the Millennium Dome. Yeah, exactly right. We'll just get drunk and fumble about the dome. Doesn't matter. The new boss of the Millennium Dome will... But anyway, this is the point. There is a serious side to this news story, OK? I know we're all ragging about, and Trevor Bayliss has got an extra button undone on his shirt. Dave, Trevor wants you. Anyway, the new boss, the Millennium Dome, will bring his 3-year-old daughter from Paris to Greenwich to give her expert opinion on how to make it as enjoyable as Disneyland. Oh, no. His 3-year-old French girl is now responsible for the Dome. Yeah. Pierre-Yves Gerbeau, 34, said he'll bring his daughter, Clémence. That's Clements. That's in England. Only goalkeepers are called that. To Greenwich as soon as he finds her home. She'll be a good expert, Monsieur Gerbeau said in an interview with The Times. She's 3.5. She's been to the Disney parks. She'll bring an extraordinary expertise of her own.
What do you know at 3.5?
What do you know at 3.5? Exactly right. Well, I don't know. She might be right.
She can't even read yet.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, but you're right. Do you know what, Jason? You're so right to get involved in this.
You know, she's going to say, Daddy, where's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? You know what I mean? That's the most asinine thing I've ever heard.
I don't know where you go at night. I don't know what Mr. Toad's wild ride is.
Well, maybe she is a good expert there, because obviously you've never been to a Disney park. If you don't know Mr. Toad's wild ride, mister, I don't think you can really comment on the
Mr. Toad's wild ride? Have you?
I want to go.
I went on Space Mountain.
I want to go.
Same thing.
Same thing, just with toads. Yeah. Same principle. Get in a car, you go
There
fast.
you go, thing, and right. You pay money, you get on the ride, you get off.
You
that's
get on,
it.
that's
right.
it. Well, anyway, that sort of excitement, you don't get that in the dome. What you get is the opportunity to crawl around a human body. And then enjoy a McDonald's. Why all the fuss over the Countess of Wessex wearing that hat? She was only doing as her husband requested. When she rang Edward to say she was staying in St. Moritz, he said, "Wear the fox hat." That's a letter. It's an old game. It's in the, you're clapping. I tell you now, you are clapping Jay Topham, who writes in the Mirror today. Well done, Jay Topham. Well done, Jay Topham. Oh, did they work? No, the old ones. Okay, here's the last story for you. This is my vision of hell. I don't know, well, some of the guys here, I don't know, probably like this to happen to them. Stunned Bill Rogers went for an operation to remove a cyst from his thigh and woke to find his genitals amputated. I tell you that. I know. Still. Do you know what? Worse things happen in Turkish prisons. Do you know what? I can hear a cry. Pun down. Rollin' Molum. Rollin' Molum. Rollin' Molum attends an Ian Dury concert. Man. Anyway, the pun says, sex and drugs and rock and mo.
Do you watch The Simpsons?
I love The Simpsons. I live for The Simpsons.
Mo Molum, Ralph. Yeah. From The Simpsons.
Uncanny.
Look alike it.
Chief Wiggum's my favourite character in The Simpsons, incidentally. Chief Wiggum, sorry, I shared that with the group. Who's your favourite character? OK, here we go. Son, a sleeping man survives a gas explosion in his house where the roof caves in. The pun says, bed and merit. And number one, son, a new college will teach the glories of our history. That's better. I think they should teach kids nostalgia, not history. A new college will teach the glories of our history. The pun says, Inga learn.
Like it.
Yeah, right.
Let's jump. Pun down. Hand for the pun down. Right now, if the idea of a free fortnight's holiday on an island paradise in the Indian Ocean does nothing for you,
Nothing for me.
don't bother watching this.